Welcome, Virgos. This is your July 27th to August 2nd forecast. And for you, we have a transit here that's going to impact you. And I know I'm uploading this a little later, but it's still going to be this week. So you may still get some benefit from this. But it was the moon conjunct Mars in Virgo in your sign on July 28th. And it's highlighting your career and finances for this entire week. So you may feel productivity surge and you get a rebirth, a boost of energy as you clear and organize around you. So it's about like clearing the vicinity, decluttering and organizing, and that giving you some energy. You're also being guided to ground yourself and your intentions throughout the day. So one easy way to ground yourself is to go out barefoot and touch some grass. And you may have some other practices that you feel are helpful to you, and whatever works for you, you're being guided to do that. We also have the Page of Swords, the Six of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles here as your focus. And so I feel like you do have a strong desire to continue to build your financial wealth or to get your finances in order. You may be restructuring things and deciding between like what is important to you, what priorities that you do have. You may be looking at your budget and making some adjustments or changes. And I feel like this is about like your underlying beliefs, your values, what you feel like you deserve, your self-confidence, your self-worth as well, because this is not just about like the 3D things that are happening. This is also about your ideas and your philosophies and your beliefs here. So it is time to allow new ideas to come to you, to consider what your relationship is with money and how you view it. And I know some individuals think in terms of like, well, I just need enough. I just need, this tiny little bit and I'll be happy with that. I'll be fine with that. And this is about you trusting and knowing that you deserve so much more, and there are no limits to what you deserve and to what you can ask for and to what you can have, because you already have every single thing that you're desiring. You have victory, you have achievement, you have abundance, you have blessing already. And this is about you remembering that and going through that process of remembering that and shifting your beliefs to align with the truth. And the truth is you have everything that you need, and as you desire it, it will appear and come to you if that is what you are representing, if that is the frequency that you are emanating. So what else do we have here with career and finance? Oh, okay, so someone may be considering retirement or may have retired, and others of you, you may be leaving your situation with individuals that hold you in high regard and high esteem for the work that you have done and for the way that you have treated them. Okay. And we also have higher education here. So someone may be considering going to school or getting certified or licensed for something. So there may be some work that you may be considering. And then also this could be like just expanding your knowledge, your wisdom on just different things. And for one, I'm hearing like Chat GPT or, so there may be like just some things that you are interested in that you want to explore. And then those things can lead to you creating and having ideas and creating products and solutions and services that can allow you to be financially free. So what else? Okay, let's go here. Let's get some more oracles. So we have be smart with your money and sign that contract. All right. Okay, so some of you, like could be aligning for some of you if you have retired or you're considering that because you do want to do some consulting work or you want to work on your own business or you want to partner with someone. You do have that confirmation here of like, yes, this is that time. You are walking toward victory and abundance and prosperity. And we also have be smart with your money. So that to me is a really strong message about, you know, even though you have this prosperity and abundance coming your way, it is still a good idea for you to continue to manage and budget your money according to like what your needs are and what's truly important to you. And I feel like you will do that, because I'm hearing that you do make time to give to charity and to give to others and support others, as well as ensuring that your financial foundation is set as well. So you do create that balance here. So I think this is just that reminder for you that it is important. And for those of you that aren't, to maybe consider that as you are comfortable and as you are able to give and help. All right, I want to go here as well. So we have juggling. So you may be considering some different options here. So yeah, it feels like your future is so bright. There's so many options available in front of you. There's things that you can tangibly do, but there's also things that you can invest in here as well. So some of you may be considering being an angel investor or investing in others' business. Some of you may want to actually work with other individuals on products and services, and you feel like, you know, you are able to handle different avenues, different business ventures. And then some of you are going to retire to do that, and then others of you are able to balance that with your current work activities. So this is wonderful. It's all here. Anything that you're desiring to do, any avenue, any path that you do want to go down, it's looking very, very optimistic for you. So let's look at some challenges that may come up. So we do have the Three of Pentacles, and we also have the Queen of Swords. So there may be like a little bit of contrast as it comes to you working out the details, and as you are collaborating and connecting with others and trying to work on products and services, because Virgo, we know you are very detailed, you are very specific, you are very like everything must absolutely be in order and in its place according to your specifications. So we do know that about Virgo, and you're going to do something like very thoroughly, very carefully, and it is going to be victory. However, this is just, you may want to consider the communication, okay? So I'm hearing like the emotional intelligence component, the compassion, the understanding, because you may come off as not as willing to collaborate or not as much of a team player. If you are being very strict with your requirements and forcing things to go your particular way, and you're not open to collaborating or being flexible or incorporating others' ideas into the process as well. So this is really about the inspired action and effort that's being put in here. So for some of you, you know, we just talked about that, how you can be and have a greater collaborative environment. Then for others of you, you may just be like tired and not wanting to do it right now. Like you want to take a little bit of time to yourself. You want to reflect a little bit. And then I also feel like there may be this underlying financial component to where you feel like you may not really have that luxury of like just taking your time to figure things out. You may feel a little bit of pressure about needing to work on that financial foundation, or you know, maybe pay bills or something to that effect. You may have some financial requirements. Like, what am I trying to say? Like yeah, bills, things that come up that it's in my mind, but I can't like figure out the words to channel it down here. But yeah, so basically this is like you knowing that you got bills basically, and you know, that may be like a deciding factor for some of the things that you're doing here, and that may be in the back of your mind as far as like, okay, I can't, if I retire, I'm only going to be able to really sustain myself for this short period of time, or else I'm going to have to, you know, get back out there, or I'm going to have to find a business venture or, you know, something else to do so that I can continue to be financially free, basically. Okay, so what else? So we have the King of Swords here as well. All right. So I would just say to just be careful that you're not overthinking things, because absolutely, if you are in this transitional stage, or you're even at the place where you're like, look, what am I doing here? Where is my focus? What's the priority to me? I don't want to, work in a 9 to 5 employment type of environment for the rest of my life. You may be thinking in those terms, and trying to figure out like what your next moves are, what is going to be your priority here. And although it is something that does take time, it does take reflection, it does take you really focusing on what is important to you and connecting with your intuition. At the same time, it's about taking inspired action and moving towards what you feel would be fulfilling to you. Okay, so those changes that you know for sure you do want to make, go ahead and take that inspired action towards them, and don't allow yourself to just spin and overthink things and keep cycling things and keep thinking about things that could happen that, if you don't place your focus there, they likely won't happen. But, we know you have to think things through, and that's okay, but just don't spend too much time there, basically, is what I'm trying to say here. As you find the things and you receive that clarity, because we do have clarity like coming out very strongly here, when you find that clarity, go for it. So we know that it may take a minute here for you to receive that, because we are looking at challenges, but once you do have it, don't hold yourself back. So I feel like I'm just rambling a lot here, so just bear with me here. So we have the Queen of Wands here as well, because I want to look at sort of underlying issues. All right, so there could be for some of you like a particular like individual, and I'm hearing like this could be like another parent, someone that you're co-parenting with, that may need a little more support from you at this time, or it could be a partner that needs that, or it could be your children even, that you are going to need to provide a little more financial support to. So I would just be on the lookout for that, and that may be something that you are also just a little worried about. You may be worried about some expenses that you may encounter or have the potential to come up at a later date here. What else? And that does make you feel uneasy about your financial foundation and your generational wealth, essentially. We also have the Ace of Wands coming up here. Yeah, so you may have a little bit of fear about the way the world is today and how things are changing and how prices are increasing, and things are a little volatile in the economic sector, even though it's like, okay, we've seen increases, we've seen the changes, but you may be worried, just as a Virgo, as you are analyzing things, about what that's going to look like a couple months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now. So you may have these deep-seated worries here. Okay. All right. So I would... Okay, we'll get some advice, but I'm really hearing like to ground yourself and to set your intentions and to really focus on the areas, if you know for sure, like, okay, I'm probably going to need to get a part-time job here, or I'm going to need to look for another type of employment that is more aligned with, the work that I do and the pay that I deserve. You may go ahead and do those things now if you're feeling that way. If you have like this underlying uneasiness about the future and what that's going to bring and what that might look like from a financial perspective, then take the inspired action now that you feel comfortable with doing. I'm also hearing that there's gifts and talents as well, so you could naturally have products and services that are coming from your natural abilities that can support you if you explore that. So this is exploring your passions and allowing that to help you to be financially free. I mean, Yeah, I just said that basically with the Magician coming out, because to me that is also you knowing that you do have these underlying gifts and talents and abilities, and you maybe not necessarily making that important or putting that at the forefront of things. So you may be considering like, oh, I'm going to get a second job, or, you know, I'm going to look for a higher paying job, when it's like, Virgo, hello, you're psychic. Why are you not sharing your psychic abilities and charging for psychic readings? Why are you not doing that for mediumship? Why are you not doing tarot and putting your tarot out there? Okay. And there may be this need to explore what's underneath that, why you feel like you're not ready for that, because you absolutely are. You absolutely are. You will know and learn anything that you need to at that very moment in time. But you can't get there unless you actually get there, unless you take that inspired action toward it. So you are ready, because this is everything that you need, that you already have. Okay? All right, what else do we have? I want to look at your beliefs here. Beliefs, your goals. Okay. All right, so with this structure coming out here, I feel like you do worry a lot about what's going on in the world here, and how can we not here. So you are really thinking about that. It's really taking a toll on you, and it may also be draining you. So just really try to be the light that we need in this world. Be the starseed, be the light worker that brings that clarity, that brings that unconditional love, that brings that support in whatever way you can. It may be just a smile. It may be just in your car, just waiting, letting somebody cross or letting somebody go. Whatever it is, the smallest gesture of kindness is helping the world, is spreading your light. Okay, so just do that as much as you can. And stay in the present moment and ground yourself as well here. And that'll help you to identify what your next steps are, how you want to move forward, what you're going to focus on. What else? So let's look at your approach here. Okay. Yes, and you do feel like there's a lot of opportunities out here. So that is wonderful, at least that you know that, yeah, there's a lot of things that I am talented to do and a lot of things I can be successful at. And it is a matter now of you just stepping through that portal, gaining that trust in yourself, that strength, that courageousness, that bravery to create your own reality, your outcomes, your solutions, and work towards that. All right, we also have the Six of Cups. So this is also like one of the meanings for this is having hidden gifts and talents and abilities that you are being guided to expand upon. So that is another confirmation of that. This can also indicate that there's soul family out there. And we talked about supporting others in any way that you can. So you know that and you will do that. But this may also be, again, that soul family connection that exists out there that you're being invited to connect with. So your words, your energy, your unconditional love at this time can be very helpful to others, and it will also, I'm hearing, it's going to benefit you and help you, because you giving that smile or waving or saying how you doing to someone is also going to make you feel good as well. So this isn't just about helping others, it's about allowing that light to flow through you, and as it does that, it is you just as much as it is helping others. So I want to look at your external environment. So we do have the Three of Wands here. Okay, so there may be like some particular plans that are being executed externally So it could be like, for instance, if you work at an employer, there could be like some changes that are coming down to the way that you do things. We also have a lot of price increases that we're going to be seeing here. We may see with tariff increases and all of that. So yeah, there's likely some plans in the external environment that are being executed that may have an impact on your financial status in some way. So that is that clarity for you that you know already that like, yeah, things may get more expensive. Things may be more difficult. There is a little shift in tides here. So we have Page of Pentacles with your guidance here. And so to me, this is really about you creating a new strategy for your finances, for your generational wealth here. So it may take you looking at the plans here and adjusting your budget, adjusting the way that you buy things, the way that you take care of things. It may be like you bargain shopping. It may be you deciding that, okay, I'm going to cut down on this, or I'm going to, lower my nail budget or my pedicure budget, or, just in whatever way you feel like is best for you to adjust with the current situations and your current reality that's out here now, is what you're being guided to do here. So this is like a process of you learning what's best for you and adjusting along the way. We also have the Two of Pentacles here. It's going to bring a lot of options to you to do this, to reflect and to see where you can make adjustments, where you can grow, where you can change, where you can explore avenues that can bring in more financial freedom to you. So there's going to be a lot of options when you do actually take the time and spend the time to do that. And also, I'm going to say it again, try not to overthink things. Really try your best not to overthink things. You may want to set a limit on it. You may want to do some sort of practice like a pros and cons list, or, like I said, just set a limit on like, okay, I'm going to just go down through this and look at this. I'm only going to spend an hour here. I'm not going to be analyzing and researching and doing all of these things. I'm going to look at it and make a choice and stick to that and see how it works. And then I'll adjust it after, a month or what have you. But yeah, just definitely with the overthinking, because there are a lot of things going on. There's a lot of options that you do have, and some of them are going to be good, some of them aren't, but it still is like noise out there that you may decide to sift through as you're making adjustments here. So just really stay focused, stay focused on your passions here, and stay focused on what's important to you. And that'll let you know, like when you're going down through things, like what can stay versus what is just not benefiting you at this time and needs to go. So we do have the Five of Wands. So this may be something that you may need to do with your partner or engage with your family in. Okay, so as we're talking about evaluating options and changes and adjustments, this may need to be a collaborative approach. And we talked about that like very early on, didn't we? With like, yeah, just be mindful of how you communicate and whatever you're applying this to. I mean, I'm speaking of like your personal finances at this time, but this could also be in your working environment that you may decide that like, yeah, things need to shift, things need to change, and this work needs to be adjusted in some way so that I am able to have more fulfillment and I'm able to balance things more, and I can have that time to myself after work to explore my passions as well as replenish and refill my cup. So there's a lot of different ways that this could play out, a lot of different scenarios here. And I do see that this is likely going to be more of a collaborative effort at some point. So it would be collaborative in your working environment or collaborative in your personal home environment. Okay, so again, just try to keep yourself open and flexible, and teamwork makes the dream work, I guess. I should say that here. All right, what else do we have for our Virgo? We have the King of Wands. Okay, wonderful. So I feel like you will get to that place where you are focused on the things that you really value. And I do feel like since we are seeing a lot of kings and queens and magicians and like just individuals of higher enlightenment coming through here that you're collaborating with and you're discussing things with and you're talking to. So I feel like that this may not be as difficult as you're thinking that it may be. And so really, again, try not to overthink things. In the case that there may not be someone who who may be as educated as you are or as spiritually enlightened, then you're being asked to have that patience to talk through things with them and to really take a collaborative approach and try to help them to understand why, okay, this likely isn't going to result in what we need it to do, or it's not enough, or we need to, maybe make this choice as opposed to that choice. Allow it to be a collaborative experience, and then also experiment. If you're just getting a lot of resistance and a lot of push, then maybe it's about allowing that and experimenting with it, because you may find that, oh, actually it did save us more money, or it did work out well for us. Okay. All right. So I feel like I was talking a lot and babbling a lot here, and this reading is a little longer here, but we do have alignment and flow. I just said that. I just said let it flow and make adjustments as you go. I feel like that is a perfect way, and this is about relationships and harmony in that, and that is also what we're talking about here. And we have growth, expansion, and a flowering. Wonderful. So this is you nurturing the choices that you're making here. And like I said, like going with it, experimenting, evaluating it, and then making adjustments whenever you feel it's appropriate. Okay, Virgo? So those are the messages I have for you. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great week.